project, Dancing Through the Generations, and you can describe and explain that. You'll learn why. First off, I'm going to start with this quote. People may not remember exactly what you did or what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. By Maya Angelou.
And that was on actually some of the paperwork that we got. It was the first thing that we read when we went to the place we were going to do our senior project at, which was Rosebush Manor. So we decided that it was important. And
So the reason we thought it was important is because our project does deal with dance. Dance always makes somebody feel something. You're trying to portray an emotion to your audience. And just like there's stories and different like emotions that you're supposed to do. We've danced both for 15 years, so we've experienced that feeling and like experienced different feelings through our dance. And the reason we chose to dance with, like teach older people how to dance and hold a dance class with them was because I, as like 5th grader, we decided that we were going to perform at Tender Care in Mount Pleasant because one of our dance teachers worked there. And we danced for them, and they just were so excited and happy to see like you dance, and like we wanted to be able to share that with them, and so they've seen us dance. We wanted to give them the experience of actually dancing.
a lot of times when older people are put into homes, their family and friends don't visit them a bunch because it's like, oh, they have people there and they're surrounded all the time, and it should, in other people's minds, make sense for them to be like happy there, but they aren't always, and they always want to see their family, and they're still looking for that social interaction with the people that they've been around their entire lives, and a lot of times they don't get that, so we're trying to happy them up.
And then in our pictures, actually, this bottom one down here, Jess's grandpa and grandma are in that picture, so we were
Actually, they're both.
Yeah, and then they're in this one too. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, so they're in both of them, so that was kind of cool. So in order to actually like figure out what we were going to do, we started off with the question of how we can help the older and younger generations have a better connection and understanding of each other, just because there is kind of like this generation gap between like us and the older generation. They grew up with like not very much, and we grow up in a world where we have access to everything at our hands, like with our phones and our computers and just different kinds of technology. So this was something that like really helped guide us in our research.
At the same time, we're lacking like access to good paying jobs and education that is not the price of 5 homes. And they could do things for, I guess, cheaper, but they don't see it that way. So we just have a misunderstanding and miscommunication between us. So we're trying to help bridge that gap.
Some of the pictures that are on there are actually from the class that we taught, so we taught them. We'll show you later the dance moves that we taught. So in our research, we were looking to see what we could actually do because we wanted to do some sort of dance, but we didn't know the benefits of dancing for older people. And one of the things that dance really provides is social interaction, because they're in a home, they don't have that social interaction, and that can actually lead to depression in older people. So dance is a really social thing. You're out there moving with different people, you're there, you're experiencing things together, and you're working through things that you wouldn't be able to do. Like I know in my dance class, there's a bunch of things like that we'll have people watch us, and if there's something that we're doing wrong, they'll correct us and give us a correction to work on. So that's something that they could do. They can also talk and kind of things like that.
Other health benefits that dance has is like, it's really good for your joints, and it strengthens your muscles, even in older people. One thing I noticed when we were doing our moves is a lot of stuff that like made my muscles tired, they were still doing it too. So what we actually did was we took over a sit and get fit class. So they didn't stand up. We were sitting the whole time. So it was lots of modified like ballet. And it was lots of fun. And we
So those that are aging, they start to become more fearful of falling, so they're not as active as much, and then that actually leads to them like losing the muscles that they've gained and stuff, so their muscles become atrophied, and then they actually do fall. And so dance, having them move and doing the different movements, even if they're sitting in a chair and doing it, can help prevent them from falling. And then this last word, geriatrics. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. I found out about it when I was in like 8th grade because my mom was earning a certificate in aging. And geriatrics is basically the study of like aging and like different things that can help benefit people as they age. So that was something that we also found when we were researching. And then this is a video of, and I'm talking and telling them of what we
for
actually
our
did.
project. We have to tell our friends at our school about what we did.
They weren't very talkative.
No, they weren't.
Yes.
And
So
they're the
what we were
favorites.
doing was, I think we were in 5th position or 3rd position,
And we
which
were
is a
having-
ballet position, and then we were just lifting.
So
Alright.
if you were standing up, this is what it looked like, but we were sitting down, so they were just bending and lifting their feet. So they were working on ankle strength there.
So how do we do it? First we started by Sophie called Tender Care, and we waited and waited and waited for them to get back with us, and we still haven't heard back.
We didn't get a call back or anything, so we decided to look for another place.
And my grandma and grandpa both live at Rosebush Manor, and I've been there multiple times. So I knew the activities coordinator, Dawn. So I asked her for her email, and then I emailed her and told her who we were and what we were interested in doing. And she got back with me pretty much right away and said that she loved the idea, thought it was great. She gave us times to come meet with her because we had to do paperwork. And so on senior skip day, we decided to go in and we filled out all our paperwork. We were there for about an hour and we got everything taken care of. And then the next day in class, we filled out the paperwork online that we had to do.
Sorry. So the papers along the bottom here, when we zoomed in, you couldn't really read it, so we just wanted to have the pictures. All 4 of these papers were papers that we got to keep, and they had information for us. So the first one was just like introducing us to Rosebush Manor and gave us like different like contact numbers. And then we had a patient's bill of rights, so we had a list of like what the patients that were there and like the people that lived there had, because they're still living, like they're paying to live there. They had certain things that they like we couldn't do with them. And then we had, since they're aging, their immune systems are like compromised. They're not as like up and like running as ours. So we had to like read about like different like hand washing things and different things that we had to do when we first came in. And then the final one was like another like what we like our rights, like what we had to do, like different procedures when we came in. So.
Next is a video. Sophie found this lady that has a YouTube channel, and she does videos. Essentially, it was exactly what we were doing.
Yeah. So we had to figure out what the page, like what they would be able to do, because we know what we can do as dancers, but we weren't sure what they would be able to do. And sitting and dancing is different than standing and being able to dance.
I had difficulty sitting and doing it, but if I had stood up, it would have been way easier. Just because of the way that you have to hold your body and your core is so engaged when you're sitting in a way that it's not when you're standing up, or it doesn't feel like it is. It's like your posture has to be really straight.
So we're going to show you just a little bit of one of her videos that we looked at.
Start with shoulders up. Here we go. Up, down, now we're going to cross. Again. Big breath up.
things that they did were like they were slower. They weren't super fast. The music is slower, and they were different movements. Like, she did a lot of arms. We did some things with the feet, and then when we actually got there, we had a little bit extra time before we had to leave. So we decided we were going to teach them the hand jive.
Yeah, we taught them the hand jive and we did the Charleston, but it was just sitting down.
Sitting.
So I don't know, the Charleston is like this.
Yeah.
So it's really simple.
And then I don't think we did the hand jive right because
But it
were
was really
doing-
fun.
It was
So
fun.
we did it super slow first, and then
And
Sophie and I thought it would be fun to try it fast. So
Yes.
one of the helpers took a video of us doing it fast. It's kind of a mess.
Hi, this is Steph.
Could you hit escape maybe?
I can't. It doesn't have a sign. There we go. Okay, so that's this video right here.
Yeah, we definitely forgot some stuff.
But
They're all laughing at us.
I don't think any of us can do it that fast.
Oh, this is difficult.
we both messed up at the same time, so there was that.
So, yeah, we did a lot of like arms and reaching and punching, and we overestimated and underestimated their abilities.
There were
So,
some
'cause
things.
we've never done it before. There were some things where they were like, "This is dumb. We don't want to do this." Especially my grandma.
Yeah.
And then my grandma sat there. I think she did like 2 things.
And then about halfway through, we had one lady that was sitting in a wheelchair next to me that she was just done with it. She decided that she was going to wheel herself out.
Yeah, she
and
didn't
just
say anything. She just
go
backed up
and left. So that was kind of fun. So we did this on Tuesday, and we're going to go again today at like 11:15, and we're going to teach a class to them again. And so we have like learned some things, like there's certain moves that they can and can't do when they're sitting down, and then there's some things that they can add.
I think we'll definitely have a better class today because we just have a little bit of a better feel for it. So we're excited to go and see what happens, and we might even go back some more times.
Yeah, totally. And then this last one. We don't have a picture. We wanted to get a picture of all of us together, so that's why it says insert picture here. But we really do, like, it was really enjoyable for us, and then I think they really enjoyed it because we got to come in and we got to like talk with them. So we shared, like, we're from Mount Pleasant High School. We have to do a senior project, and we picked to help you guys because I really like old people. I don't know about you, but old people make me really happy. Like, they're just like really cute and like they're like babies, but
We realize that we can't talk fast and we
Yeah.
can't talk quietly because what? What did you say?
yeah.
And that's in like cartoons and stuff, but it's real.
Yeah.
So we're excited to go back and learn from our experience.
I think we really did like find a way to connect like our 2 generations because it's something that everybody can do. Everybody can dance, even if you think you're really bad. Everyone can dance.
So yeah, even if you like have really low confidence and think you're a terrible dancer, I'm sure you can punch your arm off pretty. So if any of you would like to go, I know Dawn is always looking for volunteers. Old people like young people coming to talk to them, even if it's just to sit there and listen, because my grandpa will go on and on and on and on. You don't have to say anything. You can be sleeping and he'll talk to you.
When we were going to leave, her grandpa just kept talking at us. And I don't know if any of you guys remember, he was the recess supervisor at West, and he was asking, like, people going to see pictures of me? Like, I don't want to see them.
Yeah, no, he
Just-
said at one point, he's like, he's doing arms, like ballet arms, really classic ballet. And he was very, well, I hope, don't take a picture of me doing this, because if those kids see it, they're gonna laugh. So, know, with